Hello, Alex here, and in this video I want to show you how to load your Fujifilm FP-100C45, etc. 4x5 pack film into a PA-45 pack film holder, and then how to actually develop and peel the prints afterwards. The process is slightly different for the, I think it's a PA-145, the smaller size holder for the smaller size film. That's FP-100C as opposed to FP-100C45. So I'll link to a relevant video in the description down below, but let's get into it. So you don't need anything to actually do this other than the holder and the film itself. If you've kept your film in the fridge, make sure to let it warm up to room temperature for a couple of hours before opening the foil packaging to avoid humidity from damaging it. Tear along the indicated perforation. This is your protective cover / Instax style dark slide, and these are the individual tabs for each of the 10 frames in the pack. As noted here, it's very important that you do not poke or press on this part in any way whatsoever, as you'll damage the film. Putting the pack of film aside for a second, we're going to open up the holder itself by just pinching these two tabs here. This is the front side, or the inside of the front side. You know, this is what faces your lens, and this is the side that faces you. So you see there's a bent tab down here, and there is a slot here, and it is this section that the actual pack of film goes into. Let me just zoom in here so I can show this a bit more clearly. Making sure to keep these tabs and the original protective cover out of the way. Just angle it down into this slot, and I'm going to push it downwards and across at the same time so you can see when it kind of snaps into place. That's that. Make sure these are all free again, not caught on anything, which is good. And this should stick out just beyond the actual dark slide that you'll remove to actually take your photographs. Just like that. Closing the back firmly, we get 2 clicks on these 2 tabs. So my unit is actually damaged and cracked, so I am going to just go away for a second, block this hole and masking tape over it and this crack here. And also just because I don't trust myself not to accidentally open it because I've been fidgeting with it for quite a while at this point. I do have a bad habit of saying masking tape when I mean electrical tape, but whatever. At this point you'll notice that this is the actual slot that the prints will come out, but this dark slide cover, or protective cover, whatever you want to call it. I know this is actually a dark slide, I'm just thinking in Instax terminology. This is not coming out that slot, and that is meant to be the case. That confused me when I looked it up, but apparently the last thing I need to do is just rip this out firmly. That was not unnerving at all. And now we are allegedly good to go. I've only got one shot for this part, so hopefully I don't screw it up. Once you've taken your shot, you have this white tab, and you just need to pull that out smoothly and firmly, which reveals this white tab in between the actual rollers of the holder. Don't pull this next white paper tab down here. That's for the next print. This is the actual print you need to pull out now. So give it a firm, straight tug. Pretty okay. And now I need to wait, I think it's 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes at this temperature. I'm a bit sweaty because it's a bit warm, so I'll come back to you in a second. So while I wait for that to develop, the interesting thing to note is the development time does vary depending on the temperature that or the ambient environment. But what's interesting about the Fujifilm pack films specifically is the development is self-terminating, so I've read, which means if you need 3 minutes to develop it, you can leave it for a few hours. You could just peel a bunch of sheets, or not peel them, pull out a bunch of sheets as you shoot them in the field and then peel them later so you don't have to worry about the caustic fluid on the negative. It's been about 2 minutes now. I know this pack film is good because I've already actually shot 1 frame. This wasn't my first one, this is the second one. So I'm gonna wait 3 more for 5 minutes and we'll see how it comes out. So the moment of truth, there is an instruction thing here about how to peel it. You just peel it from the corner, not from the edge, So at first I thought it was a little bit blown out, but no, it's actually just slightly darkening after peeling it apart, which is kind of interesting. The blue is not as vivid as it was in reality. I mean, the phone clip I had was relatively representative, so maybe it's just a bit of lens flare, which to be honest could well be the case because I was shooting handheld, but that's kind of outside the scope for this video. The main things are to know now are that this will take probably 15 minutes to an hour, something in that kind of region, for the varnish to fully harden, so don't touch it yet. And this on the neg is caustic. So if you're not going to actually try and recover the negative, which some people do, that's fine. I'm not gonna do that. Just throw this in like a plastic bag or something if you're out in the field, and do not get this stuff on your skin. Firmly and all the way. Yep, so from that corner, just peel it. Oh. So it got a bit messy here at the end because I had to do everything in a single take, but I hope you found this video useful and informative if you're going to shoot some of this film yourself. That is all I have to say about FP-100C for today until I finish the pack. So, stay safe, and bye-bye for now. If you don't already, follow me on Instagram at Shaka1277 for new pictures every day. If you like this video and enjoy what I do on the channel, please consider subscribing or checking out my Patreon, where the tiers start at just €1 per month.